Psycho Colonel Sanders beating a dog in the street. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are going to talk about Moon Knight episode 2. And what we're going to get into with this is we get to see a good look at Mr. Knight, and just how he gets the suit is pretty hilarious to me. But other than that, Brent, what are your first thoughts on the episode?
This seemed to be a longer episode. There's a lot of exposition that happened. It felt at times like this episode was kind of dragging. There were a lot of high points in this episode, a lot of informational stuff that was absolutely necessary. It just, for me personally, it felt like up until you got to about that end scene, it was really, really dragging, even though we're getting a lot of key exposition that we're really going to need, considering this is a 6-episode series. They have to jam all this stuff in there. What are your thoughts?
I think it was paced okay. You gotta get that info out so we can proceed with the character. But it gives us a more clearer look at Marc Specter, because we got mostly Stephen Grant in the beginning of the first episode. So we're coming into this episode, we get a little bit more on Marc and a little bit more about Marc's background and what Marc has been up to in the process of being Moon Knight. And he gives the explanation to Stephen about being the Avatar. So now that there's a little bit more understanding between the characters, I think that they can get a little bit more in sync with what it is they need to do, and they know that they're going to have to lean on each other throughout the rest of the series in some type of way. And I think that that also sets up for a good that whole kind of comedic pull back and forth going into future episodes. So I'm happy with it. I want them to really shine on Mr. Knight with Steven being able to do some of the things. So he's definitely got some power behind his punch. So I just want to see if they're going to do a little bit more with that to really make him kind of stand out in his own right versus having Moon Knight with the full battle suit do everything.
Because it was interesting to see how Konshu is like going about his process. Because they dropped the big nugget that Harrow used to be the Avatar. I guess they had some kind of breakup, which I'm sure at some point in time we will get the actual information out. Then he picked Marc, and he's got Steven, and he wants Layla. Like, Konshu cannot have enough people to have as an avatar, it seems. He's just literally like, I'm gonna grab you, I'm gonna grab you, I'm gonna grab you. And as you were saying, the suit is literally no joke. Konshu is that freaking powerful, for a lack of a better word. He's not pulling his punches. He literally went to grab that bus just to hold on to it, and he ripped it clean off the bus, and it wasn't even all that damage. So you're just like, just a little bit of raw strength, and he'll be the MCU's current Psycho until we see the Man in Red himself, Deadpool, make some level of appearance somewhere.
Well, you gotta remember, you take a key look at the moon in the background. That kind of gives you an idea of where his strength is now when he's running on the rooftops. It comes down to his strength can change. It can, wane and waxes with the phases of the moon. So what bit we got now is just a taste of what he could utilize going forward. Other than Harrow, again, he gave a little bit more explanation about who he is. But again, he's just seems to be a pawn of sorts in this. He's not really doing. He summons a couple, the wolf dogs, the jackals. He summoned 2 so far, and not sure if he's got anything else behind that, or what's going on with the bigger bad. So again, he's just kind of a placeholder for the villain as far as I'm concerned right now. I'm not really getting a whole lot of stuff out of him, and he's not really as menacing. He's a really nice bad guy. like I want you to, I can give you food and clothing, I can give you stuff, I'm gonna take that, but I'm gonna have to kill you. And yeah, it's kind of like you don't really do it. Like, the portrayal is good, don't get me wrong, he's portraying the character very well, and I do enjoy his portrayal. But from the story standpoint, I'm waiting for that bigger villain to come in and really take some of that shine. So
I mean, he's taking the expression "killing them with kindness" to a whole new level. And what I will say for the show is, visually, this is one of Marvel's most appealing shows I've seen. Everything looks absolutely phenomenal and breathtaking. I'm sure it doesn't hurt that they're going to some of the most beautiful places in the world to kind of show you what Marvel's budget really can do when they're going to put some money behind something. But again, as you are very, very well aware, on that staff that Harrow had, the color purple all over that staff. Most of Marvel's villains that we've seen throughout this next phase, that color is a reoccurring theme of evil all throughout everything. What are your thoughts pertaining to how they're using this color to symbolize the next phase of their villainhood?
Well, you think about how it's actually been throughout the entire Infinity Saga. The purple stone, the Power Stone, or the Infinity Stones, like it's been there since the beginning as far as symbolizing power. And then you get down to with Thanos and him doing his thing again, purple, and then continuing through with we see Zemo rocking his purple and said you've got everybody just really honing in on this color. So this is probably just what they want to reference with you know evil or power or whatever the case be. It's just that color purple really has a prominent set, because if you look at most superhero costumes, they have a certain theme to them. You usually see what are the main colors you see: red and
Red,
blue.
blue, green.
Those are the main colors for the heroes, and you're always going to be like, okay, red and blue, like they always symbolize heroes. So what can we use to symbolize, you know, villains? And one of the villains that's coming up, Kang, one of his suits is purple and green. So hey, you're definitely on track with that. We think that that's going to continue going forward without the themes, and we can just kind of analyze it as we go. But I think that that's just kind of the nail on the head as far as color choices.
And then another character that had the color purple that's getting her own series, it was Agatha all along. So at some point, there's going to be her returning in whatever capacity, whatever role. We're still completely unsure, especially with Multiverse of Madness looming just around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting, and we're going to have to put all this together when it comes down to Multiverse of Madness, which is the next thing coming out. So I'm really interested to see how they're going to put Moon Knight going forward into the series. Is he going to be able to make his Marvel Cinematic debut at some point, or is he going to continue to be a series? Is this a one-off series? So I'm just really interested to see how they're going to utilize their characters and kind of set up for the future of Marvel, because we know that we've got a few other things coming up with She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, again, Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, Wakanda. Like there's a lot of things happening. So Moon Knight, I think, is a very good character to continue with that staple. He gives you that brutality that you're looking for when it comes to a Marvel character, and you can literally pair him with a number of people that he's worked with before: Spider-Man, Wolverine, even Captain America. Even though we know Cap is done as far as Steve Rogers' version, but the Falcons, Sam Wilson is now Captain America. So, I mean, we're gonna see. Like, I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped to see what's going on with the rest of the series. And say we got 4 more episodes to go, and I think that they're gonna start ramping it up from here on out. So,
Yeah, I don't really have anything much else to add. Just be sure at some point, you guys, to be sure to hit the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to hit that beautiful red subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. Evan, Brent, I don't really have anything else to add. You have anything to add pertaining to episode 2?
no, we're solid, man. We're solid. So you definitely check us out, and when this video drops and stuff, to remember, Multiverse of Madness tickets are going on sale today. So make sure y'all get them, because we will be doing an in-depth review on Multiverse of Madness when it drops. So other than that, we're out. Catch you guys later.